Hello, I am Emmanuel Noisette, or E-Man from E-Man's Movie Reviews out here in Chicago. Adil, Bilall, how are you guys doing today?
Good, good.
How's it in Chi-Town?
Chi-Town!
It's hot. It's hot. Hey, I'm going to kick it right off with some nerdy questions, so please bear with me. Look, I know that Mira had said that, like, this was kind of inspired loosely, you know, by Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, and we got all this multiverse stuff going on. Can you guys maybe explain, are we in the Marvel 616 universe or are we in the 19999? Like, people are confused. Can you help us?
Well, I think the thing is, whenever we would ask a question like that to Kevin said, "You don't need to know that." I don't say anything. Like, we would constantly ask questions like,
"What's happening in the Marvels?
What's happening in Doctor Strange? All of that. What's happening in the multiverse?" And like, no, focus you on this. If there's a problem, we'll tell you. We won't tell you why, but that's it. So we'll have to figure it out and discover it like all the other fans, I guess.
Only Kevin Feige has the master plan, my man.
Yeah.
I totally understand. I get it. You know, they got to keep you in the dark, keep the spoilers down. I get that. Yes. So, okay, let me maybe ask a different question. A lot of the Disney Plus shows, they take a deep dive into the character. We get to learn about them. But sometimes it also, you know, charts into some uncharted territory in the MCU. So like Moon Knight, we got his origin, but we learned about Egyptian gods and stuff like that. With the change to Kamala's powers and her origin, can you talk about maybe the impact that it'll have on her personally and maybe on the MCU at large?
Well, from what we heard, from what they told us, it was that you know, they wanted to do an adaptation of the powers, like everyone didn't want to have a literal translation, because, you know, you also wanted to have a sort of connection to the other MCU project in the MCU world, obviously the Marvel that is coming out, without telling us what, how, and why, but it's just a trust me. So, okay, we had in the script, it was described as hard light, not really into details, and that's how we, you know, started to design something, us with the producer, our VFX supervisor, what would that power actually look like? And we like the powers in the comic book, so we tried to, you know, have a little bit of an homage to that too, with a stretching hand, and sometimes, you know, you see got a breakout on our nose and all that, so you still have that kind of, you know, being uncomfortable in your body's changing, and you still have the spirit of that. But obviously, I mean, who knows, maybe there's a somewhere in the multiverse a variant of Kamala Khan with exactly the same powers. Who knows?
Okay. I'm glad. I like that tease. Look, so let me ask you this. Every time there's something new that's introduced to, you know, comic book, movies, TV shows, and stuff like that, you get this little dark corner of the internet that gets all upset, haters, stuff like that. And some people are like, oh, the MCU, it's becoming the MCU with all these, you know, women and stuff like that. What would you guys say to those type of comments and those people out there?
Well, I would say, you know, we made this character. Yeah, she's a girl. She's a teenager. She's a Pakistani Muslim, but at the same time, you know, she's also, you know, telling that universal story, a coming of age story that we recognize ourselves in that as teenager. I mean, we had this teenage angst. We were not comfortable trying to be cool, but, you know, being clumsy at it, tension with our parents, trying to go out, trying to rebel and all of that. And that is something that is universal for everybody, no matter what gender, race, or religion you are. So I think it's just our
like how you attach to Peter Parker from Queens. We want people to attach to Kamala Khan from New Jersey, and she has a great future.
Yeah, so it's just gonna have to be a great character and a great story, no matter, you know, what the identity is of the character. Identity is a enrichment, you know, it makes something different, but it needs to be for a broad appeal.
I love that. I love that. Last question for you. You guys are kind of like stepping into history with the first Pakistani Muslim superhero that we get to see live action, but you're also doing the very first Batgirl movie as well. Can you talk about maybe what her role will be like for the future of the DCEU?
Well, you know, that's a bit the same thing as with Kevin Feige when we asked, so what's going to happen in the other movies? That if you focus on Batgirl and that's it, that's the world, you know, standalone movie. And okay, so we did that. But I mean, it's a big honor to be part of those two worlds. And we hope that the fandom, you know, will appreciate our contribution to it. You know, now with Batgirl, we have Gotham City and it's Batman. And we were inspired by, you know, the Batgirl in the animated movie, in the animated series of Batman. And it's great to have those two things, a very like a teenager and an adult, bright, colorful world, darker Gotham City world, and it's living the dream, man.
I love it. Hey, Adil, Bilall, thank you so much. Appreciate
Thank
you
you, my
guys.
brother.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
All right.
Thank you.
Peace and love.
If you're new here and you like what you see, don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and don't forget to hit that bell so you don't miss out the next time I drop a video. I've got more videos and reviews to do for you all, and until next time, I'll see you all later.